Hello, beautiful people in today's nation. We love that you're tuning into our favorite streaming channel, Today All Day.
We are already halfway through the week. Savannah and I are here in Studio 1A. You're at home. You're watching Today in 30. We got a great show, a great half hour to kick off.
First, we're going to bring you the very latest on where things stand in the push for COVID booster shots and also vaccines for kids under 12. We're also going to take a closer look, a deep dive at what's driving those breakthrough cases from coast to coast.
And then James Gandolfini's son, Michael, he actually stopped by Studio 1A. What he had to say about the highly anticipated Sopranos prequel and also stepping into his dad's most iconic role.
Plus, we have got a great story. It's going to put a smile on your face. It's about a camp where kids are building confidence and learning an important lesson about embracing who they are.
And it's Wednesday, so that means it's
Trends Day.
We're breaking down all the hot topics for you. So, SG, let's hit play.
Oh, also, I dressed you and Jenna.
Oh, yeah.
That was so fun.
The outfits.
Yeah, for Tuesday. But now it's Trends Day Wednesday.
You're right.
It's time for Today in 30. We're going to begin with NBC's Stephanie Goskin. Those highly anticipated decisions on boosters and vaccines. Stephanie, good morning.
Savannah, good morning. You know, foot traffic at vaccination centers like this one has really trailed off in recent months, but that could change with the FDA making these two decisions. One, as you mentioned, for younger children to get the Pfizer vaccine, and then this issue over the Pfizer booster. A CDC panel will meet this morning to talk about it, and then soon afterwards, the FDA could make its decision. This morning, two big Pfizer vaccine decisions looming over the FDA. Parents want their young children vaccinated.
We're planning to vaccinate our 5-year-old, so we have two newborns at home and a 3-year-old. If only we could get them vaccinated too.
Pfizer saying a smaller dose of its vaccine triggers strong immune responses in 5 to 11-year-old kids. Authorization for those younger children could come before Halloween. This as other age groups want a boost to their vaccines.
I'll be the first in line.
The FDA's highly anticipated decision on the Pfizer booster is expected as early as today. But at a time when U.S. COVID deaths still average more than 1,900 per day, not everyone is waiting.
A lot of people I know are going out and getting unauthorized boosters. This, I think, really should compel the FDA to act more quickly.
Many taking boosters into their own hands after a month of mixed messages. The Biden administration supported boosters in August, saying they'd be widely available this week. They're not, and some scientists have disagreed over the need for them over the past few weeks. Even when the decision comes down for the Pfizer booster, those who received the Moderna or J&J vaccines will still have to wait.
This is not the situation where we want to be, where people are eligible or not eligible based on which vaccine they got. This is part of the problem of the process that the FDA is trying to manage.
Right now, only people with immune deficiencies are authorized to get a booster, like Sarah Willette. She got hers back in July.
For people like me, we were jumping on being able to get our third dose.
But while the push grows for booster approval, the World Health Organization is urging restraint, asking for a moratorium on boosters to healthy young adults, so vaccines can go to countries that don't have them yet.
Let's focus on getting vaccines everywhere to save the lives we need to save, and then we can go back to the general concept of boosters.
So boosters is one thing. We expect that decision as early as today. There's also a vaccine decision for kids looming, probably weeks away. How soon do we think that could happen? And you know, a big question is, are parents going to do it? Are they willing to take their kids right in?
Well, Savannah, the Kaiser Family Foundation has been tracking hesitancy for vaccines among parents, and their latest numbers show that 26% of parents said they would give their under 11-year-old the vaccine. Then there's that squishy middle of 40% saying that they will wait and see. 25% said they definitely would not. And then, interestingly, 9% said they would if they were compelled. But it is also important to point out that these numbers reflect attitudes that are post this surge we've been seeing in pediatric cases because of the Delta variant. Savannah?
And there definitely has been a surge in these last few weeks as school started. Stephanie, thank you very much. Welcome back. You hear that?
I know
For
that
6
song.
seasons, just hearing that song meant one thing. Viewers were heading into the seedy underworld of The Sopranos.
Oh, indeed they are. And now
A new film.
yeah. Sorry, our
We have the prompter went down, but we have it memorized. No, take it away. The Many Saints of Newark is coming out. It stars John Bernthal and Michael Gandolfini. Let's take a look at a clip, shall we?
Good idea.
Oh! That was a gift! You take them. I don't want any part of this. None of it. I don't want any part of this. Ah! What this? What this?
What this? Michael
What
and
dis?
John, welcome,
What dis?
welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, this is so exciting. Savannah and I were just saying a lot of people would like to be sitting in our shoes right now talking to you guys. Now, Michael, is it true initially you were thinking to yourself, you know what, I don't know that I want to audition for that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, when the audition first came around, I had never seen the show. I had never really in any involvement, so I didn't even really know what Tony Soprano was.
Can we pause for a second? You never saw the show?
He was little. It's not for kids, right?
But even as you were growing, you didn't want to see it, huh?
No, I just felt it's going to be an intense experience when I do it, and I couldn't really convince myself a reason to do it yet until I got this amazing opportunity in this movie, and then I got to sort of become a fan like everyone else.
Michael, you're so stunning in the movie, and you're so self-possessed, but let's just pause for a moment and look at what you've done here. Not only is it your first movie, that first movie is a prequel to an iconic, beloved, legendary show. You're playing an iconic character, and that character happens to be your father. You got guts. Honestly, what did it take inside you to take on a challenge like that? Because it takes bravery.
Sure.
I just felt like I sort of broke it down to these little chunks. I didn't think about the macro. It was first about doing a good audition, doing a second audition, doing a third audition.
They really made you go through all those?
Yeah, 3 auditions, and then, auditioning was the hardest part because you don't have anyone to lean on. Once John came on and I leaned on these guys so much, it was much better. It was just about being the best actor that I could be and learning from these guys and sort of just doing my job the best I could. That's what I was focused on every day, not anything else.
And John, did you become a little bit of a teacher? Again, this is his very first role, trying to learn how to do it.
Listen, I have so much love for this young man. I go from being so proud of him to in awe of him. He approached this with so much courage. I mean, you guys said it, and conviction. And he's I love him. And my job on this film was to be there by him, by his side, getting his back. And there's no one. It's just that this is. It was a beautiful thing to sort of be part of his process, and that's. I'll always be grateful for that.
It also took courage for you too, because anyone who tries to mess with something that is so iconic. All eyes are on you. How much pressure did you feel as well?
Listen, it's single-handedly the greatest sort of piece of art of that's been in the zeitgeist, in the modern zeitgeist. And so I think you can't really think about it in those terms. Honestly, for me, first person I met on this job was Mikey. He came up to my house in Ojai, California. He told me the mission that he was on and what he was trying to do. And for me, it was really just being there with him and for him and by his side. And that was something that was really, again, I cannot say enough about this young man, how great an actor he is, and how great a human being he is. So, I believe it's
well, you guys are. I know it's clear you have a bond because you're actually wearing a matching outfit almost today. When we put you on the 2 shot there, it does look like twins.
His socks are way better. Mike, you got to show.
He does have. He does. I mean,
socks, man.
Sock game is so strong.
Yeah.
Michael, for you, it's for someone who lost their father so young, and I can relate to this. You're looking anything that connects you to him is it's a treasure. It's a gift.
Yeah.
Is there something healing about kind of stepping? Your father was not Tony Soprano. That's not who he was, but something he invested so much in and gave to for you to kind of hold hands with that.
When we were doing it, I never thought about it. It was just doing the best job. But when I sat in that theater and I watched it for the first time, I felt like, oh, man, I got to do this with my dad. We got to do this thing together. And it was a really incredible feeling and shocked me just because I think I numbed that out because I just wanted to be a good actor and do my job and learn. But I did feel that when I watched it for the first time.
His 60th birthday just passed. I wondered what you were thinking about on that day.
It's been so long that it felt like a good day. You know, any anniversary is a celebration of him, I think, like, and just the gratitude and, you know, all the lessons he taught me and all the people in my life that have stepped up and helped me. And so it felt like a celebration of him.
Well, I love, you had never seen The Sopranos, but John, you were the opposite.
Yeah.
You wanted to be on The Sopranos so bad in the original. I heard you were like willing to be like the dead body victim. Like you were like
followed
any
the
role.
yellow signs. I hung out on the set. You know, anything. Can I walk in the background? Yeah, never got that audition, but
Well,
yeah.
see, dreams come true
They do.
for both of you.
Did you really have to, just real quick, did you really have to slap Michael for real?
Oh, yeah.
Was there a real slap?
Oh, 100. But he's
Wait,
super game.
no,
He's
like a
you know,
real
baby
deal?
boy. Yeah, he's about this thing.
You had a
Yeah.
slapping scene.
Well, yeah, I mean, we had, Alessandra slaps me twice, and then he slaps me.
Mine wasn't written. I think I was.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny if I hit you too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but John definitely, he was like, look how good I am at, like, not hurting you. Like, I can, like, I'm so, because of, you know, I'm
But did it kind of
Punisher,
hurt a
so-
little?
I mean, it felt, you know, it's, when you're there, it's good. It's good. You're doing
You're
it.
still hitting my face.
Yeah, it was
And
good.
they cut that scene.
I know, after all that.
Yeah, it's
wow.
one of my favorite scenes still.
Well, you'll always have that slapping scene.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pleasure,
Michael,
guys.
John, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Congratulations to both of you. The Many Saints of Newark hits theaters and HBO Max next Friday, October 1st. We don't have to encourage people to check it out. You know everyone's going to be wanting to
Congrats,
see
guys.
it. Thank you.
This week, we launched our new Today Climate Initiative, and we wanted to show you the impact the climate crisis is having on one historic place.
Changing temperatures and extreme weather are now a threat to Scotland's iconic castles.
Today, senior international correspondent Keir Simmons met some of the people fighting to save them. Keir, I find this fascinating. These buildings have been there for so long, and now there's this real threat.
That's right, Dylan. Good morning, Al. Good morning, Maria. You know, we headed up to Edinburgh Castle. Thousands of years of human history. It actually sits on volcanic rock, which goes back millions of years. And yet, they've never seen rain like they saw this summer. Scotland, known for its rolling hills, picturesque valleys and rainy days. But as our climate changes, so does the weather. Towering above the country's capital, the iconic Edinburgh Castle, one of hundreds of Scotland's historic sites, feeling the effects. I met with David Harkin, a climate scientist working to protect these places.
Good to meet you. Predictably, it's raining.
I mean, classic Scotland, really. Yeah, welcome.
Great view, though.
Unbeatable, I'd say.
With a history dating back almost 3,000 years, it's a site worth saving.
So this is Castle Rock. Doesn't get much more historic than this.
No, absolutely. I mean, you're actually almost certainly standing in one of the longest continuously inhabited places in the UK.
Amongst the stones, stories of royalty, war and sieges.
People tried to attack this castle again and again.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Various points throughout its history.
With some traditions still kept alive today.
I'll be able to hear again soon.
But now the castle is on the front line of a different kind of battle. Last July, an extreme rainstorm turned a 17th century courtyard into a waterfall.
The weather can quite literally shut this place down, much like the old battles and the old sieges used to do.
This castle has fought against adversary after adversary.
That's right.
Has it ever faced anything like climate change?
Today, in the 21st century, climate change, I would say, is arguably the greatest threat that the castle faces.
For scientists like David, the writing is on the wall.
So you've had what's called delamination. A thin surface layer sort of has fallen off. This is supposed to happen in a way.
But not fast.
But not as fast as climate change will make it happen.
It's not just Edinburgh Castle. A quarter of Scotland's buildings are historic. Its many Neolithic sites, abbeys and ruins threatened by sea level rises and storms. To preserve the past, conservationists draw on techniques both old and new, tracking decay using digital mapping techniques, and maintaining sites with constant repairs.
With all this heritage to protect, perhaps it's not surprising that Scotland is a world leader in climate change mitigation. By 2045, the Scots aim to reduce net greenhouse gases to zero.
And in a rare glimpse from the castle roof, beauty and vulnerability on full display.
You stand here and you realise how exposed this castle truly is to all of the elements.
That's right, yeah. I mean, the castle and its different structures and components will be really exposed and vulnerable to, every passing storm. We already know that Scotland's about 1 degree warmer. We know that our wettest days are getting wetter. We know that our hottest days are getting hotter.
Scotland, with its rich history, now working to protect its future. And guys, it's an aspect of climate change that perhaps we don't think about. There are actually historic sites around the world that are threatened by the changing weather. I guess also I should just clarify for viewers, guys, that I'm not in Edinburgh and I'm not outside a castle. I'm outside my own house, even though I know Al thinks I live in a castle.
That's right. That's right. Every man's home is his castle, and lady. Yes. Thank you. All right, Kira, that was a fascinating piece. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Kira.
Well, school's back in session, but a lot of kids are probably still hanging on to those great summer camp memories, especially those who attended one particular camp in upstate New York that's so much more than just having fun. Welcome to Camp Say.
Welcome to camp!
From sing-alongs to basketball games to flash mobs in the mess hall, Camp Say looks like your typical sleepaway summer program.
I just say, what my speech therapist says.
But mostly, it's a safe space for kids who stutter.
For a lot of them, this is the first time that they have met another person who stutters. But more importantly, to have a space where their words, their ideas, their thoughts are fully seen and heard and acknowledged.
I look around and I see family.
Travis Robertson is the director of Camp Say and has lived with a stutter his whole life.
The goal is oftentimes to take it away, to fix it. It took me many years of really kind of having the sense of self and having the confidence to really own the fact that this is a part of who I am.
Travis says it's that sense of community that gives the campers the confidence to let their guards down and just be themselves.
Just to be able to be in a room with people who understand and who don't need the explanation of why it takes me a little longer to say what I need to say, or why my face or my body may move in a certain way. You just kind of feel the shoulders go down collectively when you're seen in that way.
And while there are plenty of fun activities, Camp Say also provides the tools to help these kids reach their speech goals.
They can order the food that they want on their own, that they can make new friends, that they can do all of the things that, we all do on a daily basis and do it confidently.
14-year-old David Mills and 16-year-old Caitlin Teneo are both campers and already have plans to return next summer.
I was terrified of being away from home, but the minute that I stepped at camp, my whole world really changed.
I knew people stuttered, but I didn't know there is a community, and it was really good. It was a nice feeling to know that I wasn't alone.
I no longer have that fear of talking to new people and wondering what they think or how I look like when I stutter. I don't fear anything anymore.
Can I substitute fries for tater tots?
To help get the word out about the camp, they recently launched a PSA using real campers who've gone through the program.
Are you guys hiring?
We are.
And with the help of celebrities like Paul Rudd, who holds an annual fundraiser for the organization.
I would really encourage any parent
to send their kid to this camp if they stutter. I think it's a life-changing experience.
They're trying to break the stigma of living with a stutter.
Stuttering it really has no bounds in terms of like who it affects. Over 70 million people worldwide stutter. That like point of connection is so vast and so wide, and so we hope that like our programming, that our reach is really a reflection of that.
What a terrific program.
Yeah.
And while the camp is over for this year, their parent organization, SAY, operates programs year-round for kids who stutter. And for more information on Camp SAY, go to our website, today.com.
Is there one location, or is it all across?
There's one location for this
Okay.
camp, but they do programs all around the country.
Wow, fascinating.
That's so great.
Hey you guys, welcome to Today in 30 on Today All Day. We got a good Trendday Wednesday for you. We got some casting news, we got some love news, we got some Oscar news, we got all kinds of news today.
If you haven't had your morning cup of coffee just yet, you may want to skip it, because today we are overflowing with somebody spilling the tea.
Yeah, we're going to spill a lot of it. Our pal Justin Sylvester is at the Daily Pop studio in L.A. He's ready to spill all those juicy Trendday Wednesday scoop. Justin!
Oh my gosh, Adele looks fantastic. What is going on?
It's called love, everybody. Adele is finally rolling in the deep. She went Insta official with her boyfriend, Rich Paul. Now, don't worry, ladies. We did a background check. He's cool. He's legit. He's LeBron James's agent. The man has his own dough, he's got his own career, and he's got a credit score of 825. Don't ask me how I know that. Don't ask me how I know that.
How did they meet? Do you know how they met?
Okay, so I don't know how they met, but they apparently went to the Lakers star Anthony Davis's wedding in LA. Now, they were first spotted back in July at Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Hoda, you know as well as I do, if a man invites you to the most important game of the season,
Yes, that's
it's
it.
love.
That's it. He's in love.
That's it. And we get to hear new music from her, so this could be like a whole new thing.
Wait, are you guys happy about that? Because
Yes.
I think I speak for a lot of Adele fans when I say I'm waiting for my breakup album. I wanted the divorce album, okay?
Yeah,
but
we
now
missed the
everybody
divorce.
thinks it's going to be everybody thinks it's going to be love songs now.
We need that.
Justin, we need love songs,
Yeah.
honey.
Do we?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
All right, okay, Justin, this is a new artsy take on Shakespeare, which we're kind of excited about.
Yeah.
Oh my God, William Shakespeare is heading to the big screen in a dark, moody remake of Macbeth, starring heavy hitters Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand. Now, do you know the saying, he woke up and chose violence?
Is that from Macbeth? Probably. I studied Shakespeare.
No, but Denzel woke up and chose an Oscar. Take a look at this clip.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
Wow.
Cinematography 101. Everything looks more dramatic in black and white. Am I right, ladies?
You are right.
So right.
Oh my gosh, that shirt is so good. That nightgown is so good on you.
Oh, thank you. Now, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a film that comes out really early in the year, but by the time the Oscars comes around, it feels old and it doesn't get nominated?
Yeah. What's that?
Well, listen to this. Macbeth will not have that problem because it comes out this Friday at the New York Film Festival. It hits theaters on Christmas Day, and it goes to Apple TV in January. Oscar voting starts early March. They planned this better than a Beyonce pregnancy announcement. Am I right?
You were
Justin,
right.
you the bomb.
We
Thank
love
you.
you, Justin.
You can catch Justin weekdays on Daily Pop on our sister network, E!
Did you like that?
It was good.
You're going to love tomorrow. It's going to be a great one. The cast of Dateline will be here to celebrate a very special milestone. Or was it murder?
Oh, Keith Morrison.
I hope. Oh, my
Have
gosh.
a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.